Hi, welcome to Two Non-Doctors. I'm Liz Mealy.
I'm Maria Shahada. We're the Yellow Club.
I know we are very yellow. That's unexpected. Um, I've woken up either like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. for flights the last couple of days. And then Evan wanted to go to the beach and he's like, the waves are good at 8, so we have to get up at 6:30. And I was like, I don't know if I can be with you anymore. And then I wasn't thinking, but my car is broken and I only have like, when you're like, I have 2 days because I'm going to be flying on Wednesday. And I was like, I'm just going to go super early. So I got the first appointment at 7 a.m. and I rarely sleep through alarms. I slept through all three alarms. I woke up in a
Wow.
panic, like when I was supposed to drop off my car. Luckily, it was only like 15 minutes away. And then I came back and I took a nap and I had the craziest dreams. I'm I'm in a Airbnb. It was like a Dominican family that left in a hurry, so they didn't have time to wash the sheets. So the people are like, "We'll wash the sheets." There's a tiger. There's a lion in one of the rooms, and they're like, "He's fine." And then um, there was this guy that I was like, and all the rooms have like several beds in them. And they're like, oh, this guy's sharing a room with you. And I was like, I don't want to do that. And he was like, hit me. And I was like, what? Like everything about like, I just want to like, I so badly want to like interview my brain and be like, what, what is this? Like, I know you're tired, but what is
Your
this?
brain's like, the world is crazy, man.
Yeah, dude, there's tigers, there's dudes, there's stains on beds. You're fine. You're fine. Ugh. Truly,
How much sugar did you have that mixed into all this?
oh my God, for sure. So, that I woke up from that 20 minutes ago.
Okay, good. So
I woke up.
I'm like a bobblehead on one of those like springs, and I'm just I'm not reality to you at all right now.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're the lion, honestly.
Oh,
Uh,
hey, thanks.
yeah,
I'll take
you're the
that.
one. The lion was actually the safest one in the dream. It was just sleeping on the couch, and when I was like, hey, it was like, I went back to sleep. Wild,
I don't know.
wild dreams.
Welcome back
How
to
are you?
reality.
Thank you so much. It's actually better, which is crazy. It's never
Yeah.
like that.
You're like, oh, it's just Trump running for president again. Oh, thank God.
Oh, okay, okay, oh God, oh God. At least I know what happens next.
Yeah.
Um, how are you?
Miserable. Well, like, I'm
Okay,
fine.
great, great.
It's just, I know, and I've been complaining that like I'm like, it's cold here, it's cloudy, and we get like 4 days of a summer. It's hot and I'm miserable. But I just think it's because I can't get used to it. It's like here's 2 days of extreme heat and then it's back to cold. And I'm like, this is you got it all wrong. But I've been like cutting out like added sugar in my diet. It's been going mostly okay. I did break down and I had like some dark chocolate last night.
I don't think
A
that's
lot, like
bad.
more than you're
Oh,
supposed to have like a little square, like a lot.
I literally, as I was saying, I was like, I don't think that's bad. You're like, I 4 bars.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. I don't know. It's just it's good. I'm fine. I just have to readjust. You just have to remember that. Like it's just an adjustment, like to get your like taste buds back in normal order. But I've been eating these like naked bars. I feel like this would be great if they were like sponsoring us. But
especially because it came from the bottom of the screen. You're like, I've been eating these.
and I matched the wrapper. Um,
Mhm.
just as like because there's no added sugar in those. And this one's salted caramel. And I was like, how the fuck can it be salted caramel if there's no added sugar? And I look at the ingredients, which took me a while to find. And it's like dates, cashews, raisins, and peanuts and salt. So the salted caramel is salt and trickery. If it
But
counts on your brain being like, okay, I taste salt, then that must be caramel also.
yeah, yeah. But there was two things. There was one video that actually showed there's like certain combinations of stuff where you can trick your brain and it tastes like something else. Probably one of the most dumber things I've said, but that's where we are right now.
I
But
was
the
going like, oh, send me this video. I want to
yeah,
know.
yeah, it was And then oh, I was talking to my mom about it because another video came up that basically said dates don't spike your insulin
Mm.
the way most anything that has sugar in it. So like, certain fruits have higher glycemic index. So that's why they tell you to eat berries because they have a lower glycemic index. So you get all the benefits of berries, but it doesn't spike your insulin as opposed to like a banana or a mango or whatever. And
Yeah.
it kind of just bums you out. So you're just like, oh, the fun fruits, I can't. So even when I'm trying to be healthy, I can't have fun fruits. But
Fun
dates,
fruits. Sorry, just
date,
picturing like you remember the Gem and the Holograms like theme song? And like, we are the fun fruits, we are gonna do you remember the Misfits?
I don't.
It's just bananas and mangoes dancing around. We're gonna get ya.
Yeah, and then it's Michael Jackson being like, "You're a vegetable because I hate you." Um, but dates specifically, even though they're incredibly sweet, like you eat a date and it's like really sweet, they have fiber and something else, and it doesn't it doesn't spike the way most kind. And so it's like if you had a raisin compared to a date, like the raisin's like, and the
Yeah, yeah.
date is actually pretty. And so I was like, okay. And like as somebody that's gone off processed sugar before, I'm sure date sugar isn't the answer because that stuff gets processed out. But just in general, I was like, oh, I'm gonna get me some dates. So I think the naked bars are kind of leading you towards a more manageable sweet tooth.
Yeah, yeah. I just have to remember there's light at the end of this tunnel because it's so miserable. It's so miserable. I just like yeah, I don't know. I want my sugary cereals,
I get that. As somebody that's
ice cream.
slowly take, yeah, yeah. Oh, just list them. Candy bars, lollipops. It's like a mirage. You're like,
So
what?
nuts. I remember I looked at the calories for do you have donut time in the US? It's like a
I don't
green
think
sign. It's like a chain of
so.
donuts here called Donut Time. I looked up how many calories are in these donuts, and they said, we don't count calories, we count smiles. And I was like, oh no.
Oh, oh, you mean all the allotted calories for the next 2 days are in this donut?
Don't ask us again.
No, I remember seeing that sign because they display them in the window in a way that like you become a little kid again. You're like, Mama, I want a donut, and you're like, wait, I have a credit card. I'm just gonna go in.
Yeah.
You're like,
Was
um,
there anything more disappointing when the ice cream man came by and you're like, the ice cream man, and your parents were like, we have ice cream here? It's like, no, that's not the
guys,
same.
you know it's not the same. You know it. And if you're lucky, I'll run a little bit and I'll be gone for like 15 minutes. Like, come on, it's worth the money.
I'll run a little bit.
It's insane, insane behavior from our parents. Um, um, as somebody that's gone on the no sugar and no processed sugar journey and has taken everything out of their diet, there is like you get like you do it and then you quit and then you do it and you quit and each time you go back you're like I don't really need that. Like I mean I love cereal. And I think now like I'll cheat like once a year and have a bowl of cereal and it always kind of hurts my stomach. And I mean it tastes just as good as I remember, but it always like because I don't have it, it always like I quit because it hurt my stomach. And then from not having it for years, it really hurts my stomach and it's just not worth it anymore. And you just don't think about it. So there's
Yeah.
also like all the things I've cut out, like even the ones that I miss, I'm just like, it's just not
I guess it's like
worth it.
alcohol. I don't really think about it. Um, okay, cool. I was on this website about like perimenopause where it was a thread. Uh, and then people were like the sudden weight gain. And I was like, oh yeah, like I feel like if I eat anything that's like 5 pounds automatic, there you go, forever. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm reading that book called Fast Like a Girl, which basically is explaining that you can eat varied and you can have carbs but they just have to be at the certain place in your cycle. So like that's been really interesting because we always joke that like a guy when they decide to lose weight, they're just like, I'm not gonna have my morning soda, right?
Mhm.
Like I that's one of my favorite Morgan quotes. I'm just not gonna have my morning soda, and you're like, wait, what? I haven't
Yeah.
I haven't eaten all day and I've gained weight. I don't even know how that's possible. But like but they have testosterone that kind of just goes up and down all day and that's it. But they're just meant testosterone as opposed to women throughout their cycle is the progesterone and the estrogen and there's another
That's
one. I
it,
forgot what
right?
the other. No, I think there's three. There's a bunch of them. We have a bunch of
A
hormones.
bunch of them.
We have a bunch of them. And so what I find fascinating about this book is like, okay, well, if you're gonna A fast and B eat like a ketogenic diet, you got to do it, at this point in your cycle. But to make progesterone, which you need to have more carbs, and that's going to be at this point in your cycle. I'm still reading, so I don't
Yeah, I mean, look,
oh,
that's just it's too much, you know?
sure. But if the alternative is you can't have anything that you love all the time, or certain times of the month you can have what you love.
I think somebody would make a lot of money if they had. Have you been watching Too Hot to Handle? I'm guessing not. I'm the only one who likes like the shitty reality love dating shows.
I
But
only watch them with
when
you,
two
by the
people
way.
truly connect, truly, and it's all
True.
dictated by whether or not this cone likes you. Um, they're wearing these watches and it has like a green light, and then they get to kiss. Because if they kiss outside of the green light, then it costs them like $6,000 or whatever. Out of the prize fund. You know what? Okay.
What is this show?
It's amazing. Season 6 is incredible. Season 1 I didn't like. But season 6 is so good.
What's it
What
called
is
again?
this show? They have to like learn to not connect physically. Like they have to connect emotionally first, but it's all a bunch of like
Yeah.
fuck boys and girls and they're all beautiful and they're like on this island together half naked. And so they like cheat and then they're charged out of the prize fund for everyone. So in season 6 it's like $250,000.
Oh, and that's why people are like now they're really fighting. It's not that you cheated on me. It's like we lost $5,000 because you couldn't keep it in your pants, Sarah.
Yes,
Like,
exactly. It's incredible TV and I recommend it highly to everyone. But oh, what was even my point?
they
Brain
can't.
fog is another sign of perimenopause.
Yeah, apparently. No, but your point was that they have to learn to connect emotionally, not physically, or they all lose money.
Oh, the green watches was it? So they have a green. All I'm saying is if someone figured out how to create an app that turns your watch or your phone green when you're allowed to eat berries or whatever else, like
Oh, for sure.
it knows whenever your cycle is, this is a prime time for you to eat that thing. And you don't have to do any thinking. Just, and then you got green, or even for intermittent fasting. Why am I giving away all my good ideas? I should create this app and then your phone goes green. This is when you can eat. Oh shit, I'm red. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, I do have a fasting app. I mean, it's not as like I have to be like I want to do 16 hours and then I set it and then I look and then I'm like, "Oh." And it's,
No, but
um
my thing is no looking.
no, I get it. I
You
get it.
just
I get
you
it.
can see clearly.
Yours is like you're a brainless zombie and somebody tells you
Exactly.
you're a little bit like a kid where it's just like, okay, it's lunchtime. Oh, it's snack time. Oh, we're having grapes. What a great day.
Yeah.
Like,
Someone else is taking the wheel and then you can focus on your genius. Like you're a pianist or whatever, you know.
oh, I love that it wasn't anything that we do.
No, I
You're
clearly
like, you
don't
can
do
focus
that.
on your genius. And I was like, oh, our genius. You're like, no. This is a
Like
different
one.
person. This is someone else that
Only
actually needs this free time.
only someone who plays a musical instrument has any worth. What we do is
No,
garbage.
we have plenty of time to be like, where am I in my cycle?
Yeah.
No, these are valid points. I don't disagree with you as somebody that's done every single type of diet to heal themselves. And it's like, okay, you can have Brussels sprouts in the morning on a Tuesday, but you can't, and you can only have six. And then if they weren't grown by a monk, you definitely can't have them. And you're like, why, why are you being like this? So
Run by a
I
monk.
yeah. Now I have to be friends with a monk. Like, um, it's I get
Why
that
did I
like
just picture your brother Sam like with a hood on, just like I'll be a monk?
yeah, it's just whatever you need so that we can have ice cream together. This ice cream is blessed. You've reached nirvana. Um, yeah, I agree. I see you. I hear you. Um, but I don't know. I think in general, I like anything that changes my thinking. And I think one of the things that she's really brought up that like we all know is that if you do the same, like every single guy we've ever talked to ever, that when they do a diet, it just works out. So then everybody is like, this is the diet. And then women do it and it just doesn't work the same for us.
Yeah.
So I think somebody, and then they do, and then we hear over and over again, they don't test medicine on us. They don't do any, like, they don't test seatbelts on us. So it's just like nothing is ever actually tested on our bodies and our hormones. So to actually have a book for the first time that's like, this is how your body works, and this is why nothing has ever worked before, and this is how you can like heal your gut microbiome and how you can, feel better. It's like, oh, no one's ever actually treated me
You'll
like a
have to,
person.
yeah, you'll have to give me the Liz Cliff Notes because I like
Yeah.
when you read and I benefit. That's the best scenario for me. Like
Hmm.
when you read Never Split the Difference and you were like, when it's a joke you did actually, it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what did you say? You said, let me just do you is this out already?
It isn't, but I do say I'm gonna save you hours of your life in 800 pages. It's about wearing people down. And then
You
I
know,
do a joke where I wear everybody down. People are like, "You deserve this money." You
yeah, 100%. It's so good. It's so good. But so if you could just keep doing that, actually, yeah.
I'm actually like it's so funny because, you've known me what 20 years now, and I've always been a reader. I love reading. It takes me longer, it's harder, but I get like really into it, whether it's like a novel or like, something like this where it like gives you information. And I would read, especially because I was always like very far away. I would read like 20 books a year, which is pretty good for me. And then I went down to like three, and it made me sad. I felt like I was no longer myself. Like I very much identified with it. And I'm not saying your identity can't change, right? Like running was my life, and I don't run as much. I'll run occasionally, but I don't run like I used to. But I've been reading, like, finish a book, read a book. I've been reading like every couple of weeks, like finishing a book, and I feel like Liz knowledgeable again.
Oh,
I feel
good.
I feel
That's great.
smart.
What's the trick for finishing a book every couple of weeks? Reading it?
Reading it, yeah, that's a great start. Great start. So I went back to my biggest thing because I don't live as far away from spots anymore, but my biggest thing is if I'm on the train, I read, even if
Yeah.
it's just 2 pages. Um, the plane, if I can't sleep, I read. Even if I only read like 5 pages and then watch a movie, the first thing isn't a movie, it's reading. So I've been reading on planes more. And then um yeah,
I
I
like
think
that. I can't seem to read on trains because I'm afraid I'll get like I'm too afraid of losing my stop. Like there's too much anxiety, and so if I'm enthralled in a book, I'm not paying attention. Which would where my app would come in and just kind of buzz. I think City Mapper does this, but mine's all in one, so that's why it's better.
yeah,
It
of course, of
buzzes
course. It's
when it's
telling you to
almost your
eat
time.
berries, get off at Leicester Square as well as
There's a great
like
berry, there's a great smoothie place at Leicester Square.
perfect,
Yeah,
where you have to get off in 2 minutes, put your book down, and you're like, oh, I think I think we just need like a personal assistant that follows us around.
that'd be great.
Great. Great. But I don't know, I feel better reading. I've been doing it more. I feel less, there's tons of work I have to do on my phone, and I get zonked into my phone. So it's been a lot of like deciding when I do phone work and when I do fall into my phone and just not pay attention, and when is reading time.
Yeah,
So I think saying like this, like the subway and the plane, if I'm not sleeping, is reading time has been like, it's a game changer.
nice.
Yeah, I feel good. We're
Announcements?
good. Yeah. Um, Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody that watches and listens. Thank you to our Patreons. I am when does this come out? Okay, I'm going to be in Boston, which is low ticket warning. I'm very grateful to Boston. So I'm doing a new theater out there. Come see me. It's this week. I don't um
Just
in
say the
August.
date, Liz.
Oh, I definitely know it.
Oh,
I
right. You don't
definitely
know it. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely know when the date is. August 24th. And then September, jam-packed because I'm getting ready to tape my special. So Nashville, Atlanta, Pottstown, Pennsylvania, and then September 15th, I am taping my special. Come see my special. The first show is getting close to selling out. The second show could use some love. Everything is at lizmealy.com.
I am just I'm going to be in Dublin. Yeah, September 19th to the 22nd. And other than that, I'm pottering around London. I'm going to do a work in
I
progress
thought
at, huh?
I thought you were pottering. Like when don't talk like that. Don't talk all fairy dust.
Why? You don't like that I'm
I thought you got
pottering
into
around?
pottery. There was like 3 seconds where I was like, oh my God, she's doing pottery.
Oh shit, maybe I should do pottery.
Yeah. I
Um,
love craft.
Sorry to disappoint you.
But you're
Uh,
pottering.
I'm just,
Please. Yep.
I don't even think it's a word pottering, to be honest. I think it's puttering around.
Oh, but you should start pottering
I
by
just,
making pottery and leaving it around all your gigs.
like Banksy, but just,
But it's
um,
pottery. Yeah.
yeah. He's done like seven new works around London this week.
Damn, he's busy. Good for him.
Yeah. Just doing, it's been an animal theme. And so
Nice. I
they're
like it.
popping up all over, they're popping up all over London. Anyway, yeah. So I think I'm gonna do a work in progress at Top Secret in October. I'll put all my stuff on my website, mariashahada.com.
Yeah.
Go to visit us at Two Non Doctors on Instagram at Two Non DRS. Twitter and YouTube is at Two Non Doctors, number two full word doctors, and Gmail. You can email us at you can email us at two nondoctors at gmail.com.
You got really excited, but then trying to remember it, you really lost a lot of steam.
Well, because the word at refers to a handle, and also this is where you email us at. So it confused me. And
Okay.
it did take all the steam out of my ship
That's
there.
right. You're doing the best you can. Googles,
Mm,
googly
yeah,
goos.
yeah.
Let me go first, especially since I was talking about my book. Um, okay. So last week I was like, hey, I'm gonna do a 36-hour fast. Oh, I should update people. I did it. It was actually,
Hey,
yeah, it was pretty easy. So the longest I've ever done before is 48 hours, and I would say the last 12 hours was the hardest. This one, I would say I was a little low energy because like we taped in the morning, so I was fine because I've done intermittent fasting. This, like I would say around like 2, 3, 4, I was a little like low energy and just like a little like I wasn't even hungry. I just felt like a little frazzled. And then once I got past that hump, I was fine. I did shows, I was fine. I was a little worried about falling asleep. I fell asleep fine. And when I woke up, I could eat. So it actually went really smoothly. And one of the things that this book says is like when you fast at the right time in your cycle, it's really easy. So the one time you're not supposed to fast for sure is the week before your period. So I'm nowhere near that. And I'm going to try it again today. We'll see. I also was like,
wait, you're
tried to like,
supposed to fast the week before your period?
you're not supposed to
Oh,
fast.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm far away from it. So I'm trying it again today. If I don't make it, it's fine. But I think what I did well also is I had like a busy plan. Like there was no like sitting at home, what am I doing? It was
I
like
was
I had to
just
do
thinking
this.
about that today because I was sitting around doing nothing and I was like, well, not doing nothing, but all my work was from here. And I was like, I just want to eat again. I'm like, why do you keep wanting to eat? It's just like if I were out doing something, I wouldn't be thinking about food so much.
Yeah, and I also made sure I didn't have any like plans to get like coffee or whatever because it just does one, it's just not as fun when somebody's not doing anything. And I don't want to be like at a, like just drinking water, like looking like I'm doing a job interview. Um, so today is like super, super busy and just like little things that I have to get done. But like I'm not at no point am I just like sitting like when you watch TV or you're with somebody, you want to like share that moment. So I'm trying it again. I felt like it went really well. I felt good. Um, there's I'll get into it like another episode, but there's all these like benefits of 36-hour fasts and like fixing things in your gut and whatever. Um, and I haven't finished the book, so I'm just out here doing it. I took like a little information. I was like, let's try it.
Yeah.
So I did it. I felt good about it. I was really proud of myself. Oh, and then the other thing is how you break a fast. So I actually read ahead. So because like you can give yourself a stomach ache if you don't break it well. And so I read ahead a little bit to be like, how do I break this? And I just had a couple of eggs and some bacon, and it broke it. I felt good. No tum-tum issues. I felt good.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm proud of
So
you because that's hard. So
it
well
was,
done.
yeah, yeah. And I also think because I slowly built it up, like I've been doing intermittent from 13 to 16 to 18, and then I've accidentally done 20 just from like flying and being like, oh, it's been, but, what was I gonna say? Oh, so when I said I was doing that last episode, you were like, and I said I was gonna work out, you were like, aren't you supposed to have protein? And I was like, oh, yeah. Um, so I was talking to my brother about it, and my brother's like, "Oh, that's a myth. Like it's a myth that you're supposed to have protein a half hour after you work out." Um, yes, it's going to help you with like recovery. Like it is a good idea to eat protein after you work out, but it doesn't, they say like if you eat it within 24 hours, you'll get the benefits from working out, having the protein and building the muscle. So, my brother's smarter than me, but I still don't trust him. So then we go to Google. Um, and so I asked, do you need to eat protein right after you work out? It says, yes, eating protein after a workout can help muscle recovery and build, but you don't have to eat it immediately. Some are saying you can eat protein within 30 minutes of finishing the workout is ideal, while others say it's within 2 hours is significant. But then there's a 2013 study that found little support to any of this timing with the nutrition. They basically just say that like you eat protein later and your body will get its nutrition. So I think there's all these like theories about like you gotta do it now, but really it's just have some protein. And then the other thing that I kind of looked up was like, am I being stupid for working out while I'm fasting? Like I'm not
Yeah.
doing it today. And they're just like, it's not ideal. If anything, they just tell you to go for walks and like do something more even keel. Um,
Yeah, but you were
so
doing
yeah,
CrossFit, which was insane to me. But
sure. But I think what is misunderstood is that like I do CrossFit when I'm tired. I do CrossFit, I've gotten off a plane and did CrossFit a couple hours later. I do um moderate it. That's not the right word. I scale it to my needs. So
okay.
if I know I'm tired, because injuring myself is the worst, like in anything that I do is the worst thing ever because now you can't work out at all. You're in pain and you can't work out. So to me, to go to the gym and do two-thirds of the weight I would do or half the weight I would do is a better solution than not going at all. And the last two gyms I've gone to don't really pressure you. They'll just be like, hey, what weight did you? So it's all you taking care of yourself and deciding. So I know I didn't sleep well, or I know that I'm fasting, or I know that it's 88 degrees outside and this place doesn't have air conditioning and I'm gonna fucking overheat if I go all
Yeah.
out. So I think that's one of the things I've changed over the years is I adapt to me.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. And you've been doing it long enough, you can gauge what you can do and
Yeah.
not. All right. Well, good. My Google was, I had several. I landed on is I stole it from Adrienne Appalucci actually because she had like posted on Facebook about cupboard moths, cabinet
Oh,
moths.
yeah, I was over there because we did a gig together and I was like, she did like a moth bomb and they were there and she was quite upset about it.
They seem to be pains in the asses. Johnny moved into a place that had them, that have them. And but I was looking through the comments out of interest.
Hmm.
And a lot of people say peppermint because peppermint's what I've been reading for like spiders and for mice and stuff. And so my first Google was like, why do mice hate peppermint? Seems like quite a pleasant. Why would you hate that smell?
Why don't they brush their teeth? I don't understand.
I actually hate when I smell it from someone's gum, but like that makes sense. But like, I mean, it's just it basically overwhelms their senses and they use their senses so they can eat. And they're like, the fucking peppermint's in the way. Can't find food now.
And it's stronger. Like their sense of smell is way stronger than ours. So like, you
Yeah,
ever have
it's too
gum
much.
and you're like, how do you? You don't eat
What
gum,
was
but even
Mina's
then,
joke? I just wanted fresh breath. Why am I bleeding?
yes, yes, you'll have a mint that's just so intense that you're like, hey man, you might need to go to a dentist. This is too much. This is crazy. So I understand the mice. I understand how they were like, no, thank you.
Yeah. But basically a couple people were like okay, what is this word? Diatomaceous earth works. So I was like, what is that? And it's thought to kill insects by dehydrating them or drying them out, which is
Oh, it seems like
horrible.
the worst. Yeah, the worst death.
What a
Um,
horrible way. Yeah. I mean, they're all bad. None of them are good, except for like carrying them outside. That sucks. But it's just like
and
they're
just
just like
reprimanding
frozen and
them.
then they dehydrate like a statue and then they crumble to the ground.
Oh yeah,
That's
like the Mount Vesuvius death.
yeah. It's a powder. Oops, clicked on it. It's a powder containing about, by the way, do your Googles just kind of result in like what the little paragraph that comes up right away now?
Sometimes, yeah. Now, if it's not enough, like I do appreciate the AI overview, but
Yeah.
like sometimes I'm just like, all right. And they've been doing like AI overview of like reviews, and those are really funny because it's like some enjoyed it, some didn't, and you're like, I can't imagine anything being more useless.
Yeah.
Like, cool.
Um, so it's a powder containing about 80 to 90% silica. Oh,
Oh, which is that stuff that they put in like your when you buy shoes or like anything that they're trying to keep moisture out of.
it's literally everything. It's in everything. It's used for everything. It's in our toothpaste. Um, yeah, oh shit. I really should have had this kind of prepared and I didn't. But it's all the dried sediment produced from the fossils are also high in silica. So wait, oh wait, sorry, let me read it from the top. It's powder made from the sediment of fossilized algae found in bodies of water. Because of the cells of these algae were high in compound called silica, the dried sediment produced from these fossils are also very high in silica. These deposits are found all over the world. The ancient Greeks used diatomaceous earth to make building materials like bricks and blocks. Later on, it became popular in Europe for industrial shit. Okay. I thought it was made of bug exoskeletons. I thought I read that somewhere.
What?
Um, but then why would that dry out other bugs?
Maybe rinse and reuse. They're just like, let's try this again.
Yeah,
Um,
but so I mean, we've done a lot of bug Googling. I think maybe this is because of summertime. Um,
for sure. It's just that time of year where bugs are like, hey, it's kind of hot out. Could we maybe stay with you?
yeah.
Is that okay?
And so I looked it up on Amazon, like to see what kind of packaging it is, and it's all just kind of like bags of earth. It's like here, I just got this
Which is
dirt from the river.
which is so weird. It's just so weird because it's just like, you know, your pantry is unclean, and then you're like, you know what'll fix it? Make it dirtier.
Yeah. God made dirt and dirt actually does hurt. It hurts a lot of bugs and mice.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I mean, she did like some kind of mothball because I was over there and there were still like a few, but I guess it didn't get fully resolved,
That
which
sucks. I
it
hope
does suck.
there's nothing worse than an infestation. Remember in LA, I had a place that was like infested with silverfish.
What?
Those little fuckers don't go away.
Silverfish? Like a
Yeah.
fish?
They're like
Fish.
little, they're no, they're little like long silvery bugs and they just scamper everywhere.
Okay, because like I was like, you have a fish infestation?
No, that would be
Huh?
adorable. They're just flopping around all over the hallway and the bathroom.
And you're just like, how did you get, was there like a tsunami that I forgot about?
There's a bunch of
Um,
empty goldfish bowls. Um, yeah.
yeah. When we were kids, we had a ladybug infestation every autumn, like like arachnophobia, but ladybugs. Everybody's windowsill, you would just see a sea of ladybugs like coming in, and it was
Oh
like
my God.
And it's like, are they harmless? Yeah. Is it a big, they're not biting, whatever, but like they're in your bed, they're in your hair. Like it was crazy. And it made me like truly like, if I saw like one ladybug, I was like, God,
Why were there so many ladybugs?
I don't know. Maybe I have no idea.
Was it like
Just,
one summer or did that happen all the time?
it was like a couple years in a row when I was in Jersey. Like I remember it like middle school, high school time. And it was like a pain in the ass. And these ladybugs, they loved us.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it was rough. It just kind of tells you it doesn't really matter what bug it is. You're just like, you're not
Yeah,
invited.
there's a lot of them. I don't care if they are lovely.
You're like, you're cute, but you can't be here. You can't be
Yeah.
here, bud. Um, I feel good. You feel good?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you. I even got some like people when I was in Canada that was saying how much they loved our podcast. So
Aw, thank you.
we love compliments on online. We
Mm.
love them in person. Just keep doing them. You keep doing them. We'll keep doing this, and we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.